In this video, we're going to be looking at expanding brackets. As you can see on the screen, I've got 9 questions here. I'm going to go through each one. What you can do is, after I've gone through the first few, you can pause the video, have a go yourself, and then resume and see if you get the right answers. So on the first one, I've got an arrow drawn to the x. So what this will mean is 4 times x. So 4 times x will give us 4x. I then draw another arrow to the second piece in the bracket, which is the plus 2. So 4 times plus 2, and that will be plus 8. Okay, and it's very important just briefly to remember that if I've got the number 2 written here, this plus sign is associated with it. Now it's going to become more important when we look at minus numbers, and you'll see this in the second question. So just to confirm and make sure, 4x plus 8 is the final answer for question number 1. So if we look at question number 2, we've got 3q minus 5. So first we go with the first arrow, 3 times q, which will give us 3q. And then we've got 3 times minus 5. So 3 lots of minus 5. That will give us minus 15. Okay, you must take the minus sign into consideration. It's not just 15. Okay, what a lot of people do a lot of the time is, let's say for example, this one up here, they will do 3q, and then they will automatically write a plus before they've even looked at the second part in the bracket. Do not automatically write something, okay? Actually look at what you're doing. I know that sounds obvious, but a lot of people will just automatically just write a plus, okay? So just be careful. Right, let's look at question number 3. So we've got 7 times 2m plus 1. So we need to do the first one, which is 7 times 2m, which will give us 14m. Okay, so just to make sure you understand what's going on, I've done 7 times 2 to give us 14, and then the m is associated with it. Now all this means is that there's 2m, okay, which is written here. So there's 2m, and there's 7 lots of these. So 7 lots of these will give us a total of 14m. Okay, so if you was to write this out 7 times, you would have a total of 14 m's. And then we do 7 times plus 1, which will give us plus 7. Okay, so you can either pause this now and give the rest of these a go yourself, or you can continue watching and we go through it. So here I've got minus 2 times y. So again, remember the minus, it does actually mean something. So minus 2 times y will give us minus 2y. And then we've got minus 2y times a plus 6. So here's where you'll need to remember this rule in the top right hand corner. Plus plus, minus minus, minus plus, and plus minus. Now these two, okay, when they are the same, it's addition or a plus sign. When they're different, it's a negative, so it's a subtract sign. Okay, so you might need to remember this if you don't already. Maybe when you're presented with questions like these, you can quickly jot this down in the corner. So I've got minus 2 times plus y, which gives us the minus, because the minus and the plus make minus. And then I've got minus 2 times plus 6. So if you look at if I highlight it here, if I've got a minus here and a plus here, if we look here, okay, a minus and a plus will give us a minus, so that will be minus 12. Okay, question 5, 7 times 3. Well, 7 times 3 will give us 21. And remember, these are hidden, and you don't usually write a plus sign if it's a positive. So technically this is a plus and a plus. So if you want to just confirm that with this up here, a plus and a plus make a plus. Okay, but you generally, when it's a positive number, you don't write the plus in front. If that helps you, you can do that as you begin to learn expanding brackets. Okay, so then I've got plus 7 times plus x, which will give me plus 7x. That's that done. I then go on to question 6, 8 times minus 2. So again, you can use the arrows. I would suggest that, because then that will help you remember when you get into the exam, or if you're doing a piece of homework. Make sure you use the arrows to help you out. So 8 times minus 2 will give you minus 16, and then 8 times minus t will give you minus 8t. Now the reason it gives you minus 8t is because, a bit like the plus signs, when you have a t by itself, okay, that is one lot of t. So technically speaking, that's 1t. So what you could do, again, if it helps you, is write 1 there. And as you can see, it's 8 times 1, okay, which gives you 8. Right, if we look at question 7, minus 10 times minus x, well, a minus and a minus, according to the top right, will give us a plus. So we have, you can either write plus 10x, or just 10x, because it's positive. Then I've got minus 10 times plus 3, which will give me minus 30, because again, minus and a plus will give us a minus. Okay, question 8, minus 3 times plus 3, or a minus and a plus, what does that give us? Minus, and 3 times 3 is 9. I've then got minus 3, so just do the arrows there. I've then got minus 3 times minus 2t. Okay, so a minus and a minus make a plus. 3 times 2 will give us 6, and don't forget the t. So it's 3 times minus 2t, which gives us 6t. Okay, and then moving on to the last one. So this one, if you've been doing it with the arrows, we'll see where it helps out. So I'm going to do 25 times the first one. Now before I do that, you can just quickly see, if you didn't spot it already, there are 3 terms in this bracket. So providing I do the arrow technique to help out, I'll do the first one. So 25 times 4t, 25 times 4 is 100, so that gives us 100t. I then go on to the second term, which is 25 times 3, which gives plus 75. And then I have 25 times minus 2x, which gives minus 50x. And we're done.